What's up, everyone? Welcome to Barstool Breakdown, episode 37. And once again, just want to say thank you to all the subscribers out there. We are at 1,120 plus at this point. Appreciate all you guys out there. Shout out my students that subscribe. Appreciate you guys as well. Hit the like button. We got no interview this week, but we're just going to do a Boozy breakdown. We got a little sauced up. We told our stories about how we got into Barstool. We gave the Barstool Beast, Lease, all of our segments. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get it.
Get sturdy as fuck.
This is it.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on the worst nights, I'm into you.
All right, welcome to Barstool Breakdown. I'm Frankie, here with my co-host Jonathan. Just the boys today, breaking it down, getting a little sauced up. How we doing, Jonathan?
Dude, what a week, what a day, what a time to be alive. Can I say something? The breakdown is monetized. Thank you, YouTube. We're looking for sponsors. I wanna intro the show that way. I want to say we're looking for sponsors. Dude Wipes, you've been saying shit to us on Twitter, like on my own tweets. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? What's up?
Holler at
Big
your
Cat,
boys.
I saw you like my Stella Blue tweet. I saw you like it, Big Cat. Let's get some Stella Blue breakdown.
Yeah, I mean, this
going
is
on.
free right now, but
Yeah, fucking
like,
we'll triple your advertising right now. Actually, I lied because the dozen does a great job at it. But right now, Wake Up Mincy, I mean, he's touch and go. We're at least consistent. It's once a week, twice a week. Plus, I got the shorts going out on YouTube. We're getting more active on our socials. Follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, follow the Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Get on your following, get on your subscribing. We appreciate you guys. Frankie, to answer your question, it's been a great week. We're Boozy Breakdown right now because you had Boozy Bingo, right? Boozy Bingo.
yup.
And I was like, well, Frankie's at Boozy Bingo. It's gonna be a late recording. It's fucking almost 1 a.m. here Eastern. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out to the bar and have a couple of drinks on my mom's work, and I did. And dude, what a week. I can I say something, Frankie? Some personal news.
It's just us, man. You say what you want.
All right, my personal news is I got signed to a recreational basketball league,
Yeah, you did.
and that's a big deal for me. Hey, the no look threes. I might as well just play that clip right here. That's cold, man. That's cold. Come on now.
Dude, that was like Jägermeister shout out.
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Yeah, exactly. Ice cold. Ice cold. What's up? Hey, sponsor us, Jaeger. What's up? I know mostly sports and Barstool is a new thing for you. So let's get into some niche shit. Speaking of niche shit, Frankie, there's something that Lucas said in our last interview, right? He said it to us. He said, has anyone ever interviewed you? Has anyone ever talked to you? So be it, talk to you is a funny way to put it. So he said that, and it struck a chord with me to where, like, we've told our story, sure. Like there's a couple times like guests have asked us, hey, like, what's your guys' past? And like we've told a brief history of it. But Frankie, if we really want to get into it, we have no interview this week. So why don't we just get into it? So Frankie, what got you into Barstool, brother?
The OG Stooley Clubhouse question. I love it. Shout out Neil. Shout out Jonathan for just asking it. Shout out Neil again.
All right, stop fucking glazing, bro. This glazing.
No, this is just because Neil loves when you just ask the question with like 70 other questions and sentences around it. So you just ask me.
Yeah, that's a fault of mine. I always try to segue it with how they're doing it and all that shit. But like, yeah, it's a fault of mine. Whatever. I'm trying to be a segue god. Like Jake Marsh is the plug god. I'm trying to segue shit. Yeah,
we're new to this interview shit, dude. We're getting there.
I'm a Roan fan. No one segues better than Roan, man. I'm a big Roan guy. Yeah. All right, yeah. Frankie, what got you into Barstool?
So yeah, I mean, I've said this before on like Stooley Wednesday and shit, and I've maybe said it here, a little bit. But my first like intro to Barstool was PMT, my buddy Ryan from back in New York, which huge Barstool fan. Actually, at his wedding, I'll actually send you the clip. You could throw it in here. But first thing they announced, husband and wife. He's walking down the stairs. First thing I say is, "Fire Goodell," and he looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, fire Goodell." And And that was back when that was like a huge thing. So that was when, you know, I think he
Sure,
had a Fire Goodell shirt under his like tux that night too. Like I think he sent us a picture of it later. So I said, I'll send you the clip. It was hilarious. So he would always send me PMT clips, especially the Canadian ones where they're sorry, you know, all this stuff like that. And I always was like, oh, it's pretty funny, whatever. But I'm like, it's kind of weird, but it's, you know, it's funny. Then I started listening to more like the clips from PMT where it was like with their interviews and stuff. And I was like, oh, these guys are pretty hilarious. Still never really got into it too much. This was back when I was like in high school and, you know, a little bit of college and stuff like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Fast forward 2020. My son's born
Shout out Luca.
March 3rd. And I go into the hospital with COVID on March 8th.
Oh shit.
And yeah, so it was like people were freaking out because they didn't have like, they actually like didn't have the COVID tests yet that were like telling you if it was positive or not. It was just being like,
no one knew shit. Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. So they kept testing me and they were like, no, we don't think you have, we think it's a double pneumonia and you have this and you have that. I had like IVs stuck in my arm that I was like walking around with. It was a double room that I'd like, the doctor had to come in with a hazmat suit that he would put on and then come into the second room that I was in. It was wild, dude. So I was in there for 8 days and I like couldn't watch the TV. And as crazy as it is, I'm on Facebook, like, you know, looking because people are just messaging me like crazy on Facebook and shit. So I'm looking through it and I was like, I'll just watch a video or two, whatever. Scroll, boom, Dave Portnoy does a pizza review. And I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of funny. I like the way he does this. He does the pizza reviews. He does the score, whatever. I like pizza. I'm from New York. Perfect. Watch the next one.
Wait.
Watch
What's
the next
your favorite
one.
pizza?
It's tough. I guess I haven't really been that many places, and I guess when I go back, we always go to Calda. I think it's in Levittown. So shout out to those people.
So what do you order there? What's your order?
Oh, the fastball down the dick, dude. 90 straight cheese pizza, dude. That's how I rock.
All right.
Just because of Portnoy, though, dude. He always ordered it like that, and I started ordering. I'm like, damn, dude. I'm like, if people make a good pizza, you just need a cheese, bro. You don't need
I appreciate
all the other shit.
That. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Don't get me wrong. I'll fucks with some pepperoni, sausage, like whatever else. But like cheese is what I order now because I'm just like, I want to see how good this pizza is.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you get the fastball down the dick and then you watch the next one and the next one. And then, you know.
Yeah. So basically that was how I kind of got into Barstool for the most part was through his pizza reviews during me laying there in bed for like 8 days straight. I was at the very last day. I watched probably 100 pizza reviews at that point because I couldn't just keep watching my phone. I watched some to put it off to the side, whatever.
Sure.
I'm on the last day and I think I like ran out of pizza reviews or maybe I got sick of them and I was like, I can't watch this shit anymore. And I was on YouTube watching them at that time. And the suggested video was like Stool Scenes episode 1.
Fuck it.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't even know what this is. So I click on it and it's Young Page Views pops up and he's like, hey, we're doing Stool Scenes, whatever. So they go into it and it's like all this videos, like behind the scenes shit, like from the security footage and like people like on their cell phones. I'm like, whoa, I'm like, this company. It's just like behind the scenes. This is like a reality show. This is crazy. The Smitty and Nate beef, the elevator that just opened to the whole office and people just waiting there. There was so much stuff that happened in that like HQ2 that was just gold. And Stool Scenes, I would say that is what really, really, really got me into Barstool. The PMT clips were great. The pizza reviews were great. I started watching Stool Scenes. And again, once I got out of the hospital, like after 8 days, I had to go stay at my parents' house and quarantine for a week and like not be around my newborn son and my, 3-year-old daughter and my wife who just had, a baby. So I had to go I was like in the corner of my parents' house. Like I was in a room by myself that I had to be in. And again, I was there for a whole nother week. So what did I do? I literally watched episode 1 of Stool Scenes straight through episode like 200 something, whatever it was.
Run it back. Fuck it. Why not run that shit back?
Unreal, dude.
Yeah.
The best reality show that I could possibly watch. And I was hooked, dude. I was commenting on videos like that Barstool was putting out like the day that I was watching them.
You're right. Oh, this guy's such a douche. And it's like 4 years ago.
Dude,
like,
it was like 5 years old. And I'm sitting there commenting on Nate blogs being like, hey, why don't you go blog about Alexis Wren, you bitch? Meanwhile, that was like a Smitty Nate beef from like 5 years prior. And I just was like,
that shit's
it was
awesome.
real. Real dumb, dude.
That's a
Real
different
dumb.
level of fandom, though. That's a different level of fandom, and I can appreciate that. And I'm sure we'll get into this, but like it's a reason that like you're a guy that like I wanted to start a podcast with because you have passion, man. And the reason we love Barstool is the passion. So like, but I don't want to interrupt your story. So continue with your story if you have it. But I have a follow-up question if you're.
No, I mean that's really it. I mean, I got in through that, and then I was just hooked, dude, and that was it. And then
So okay, so what
later
about
I get into
Barstool?
Stoolie Wednesday.
Right. Yeah. So what about Barstool? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's speak into that. You get into Stoolie Wednesday. So what like I have my own story of like what Stoolie Wednesday did for me and my confidence and all that shit and how I like to speak and stuff. So how did that work for you? You get into Stoolie Wednesday. You're not a social guy. I mean, I'm not gonna put you on blast, Frankie, but man, we got to start a Frankie to 1K thing. Like I can't have my co-host fucking 500 followers. What do you got, brother? We got to pick that up, brother. We got to start doing things, brother. All right. So what about Stoolie Wednesday made you think, maybe I can have a podcast?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I like got into Stoolie Wednesday, I think I had like 112 followers, if that. Probably not even 100 actually. Now I think about it, because I just was not a Twitter guy. I got it in like 2009. I would follow, the celebrities saying when they were showering and when they were going to the grocery store, and I was like, all right, this is fucking dumb. Move on. Once I realized how much Barstool was on Twitter, I got on Twitter again just to follow the Barstool stuff. I started actually I unfollowed ESPN, I unfollowed Schefter, I unfollowed all these guys, like all this, all the accounts that I used to follow about fantasy football and like all that stuff that I used back in the day when I got Twitter. Unfollowed all that shit, followed all the Barstool people. And it just so happened that Stoolie Wednesday popped up as this thing, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I clicked on it and I started listening, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, these are just a bunch of people talking about Barstool, whatever. I can't remember if someone from Barstool was there or not. I think I'm just, you say I'm not, I know you mean what you mean when you say I'm not a social guy. Like, I'm not a social media guy, because I'm a very fucking social guy who never stops fucking talking, obviously.
Right.
But I think I just raised my hand or asked to speak, and Neil was like, what's up, Frankie? Go ahead, whatever. And I just gave my opinion, something like that. And then I sat there for like another hour and a half talking on this thing. And then I think Neil DM'd me separately and was like, yo, like, you talk really well, and like you're really passionate about Barstool and whatever, like come join us on this app called Clubhouse. We're going to do an after show on there, whatever.
Sure.
So I jumped on that, talked to all the homies of the, Clubhouse. It was awesome. I was like, holy shit, these are my people. And then I got the message from Neil, like, yo, I'm going to put you in this group chat if you want. I was like, hell yeah. And then literally every Wednesday I would just jump on, and, after couple weeks or whatever, he started making me co-host if this guy Rhett wasn't there, or if Sam wasn't there, and
sure.
it just
I got that treatment
built from there. So that's really my story. But now you said it, like, I know you might have more questions for me, but I've talked long enough. I want to know what got you into Barstool and what your story is,
man. All right, so going back, little Navy John, shit. We I would listen to a ton of podcasts, but I get tired of the Stephen A's. I get tired of the Max Kellermans, because that was it. It was like First Take. It was everything ESPN did, and then I run out of shit because everything they do is 30 minutes, an hour max. I was like, fuck. And also they say the same shit. You could listen to that and they say the same shit over and over. And I was like, I need something else to get into. My buddy Philip Farkas, shout out Phil. Also a Navy dude, still in the Navy, but we grew up together. We joined, we joined the Navy out of high school together. Phil sent me, he's like, dude, you got to listen to this. Get these guys. These guys are awesome. So part of my take, I listened to them. Fuck. What year is it? 24 now. I was in San Diego driving to base, because base traffic would be insane, man. I'd leave home at 5 a.m. and I'd get to the boat by like 6:50. So like I had most of the PMT episode down, but just sitting in traffic. And I too was not a social guy. So I got into PMT. That's what started my Barstool fandom. And then again, I wasn't a social guy, so I wasn't like following them and everything. I was just listening to them. I was listening to PMT, and it was really like that for it was just PMT for a while. Like I didn't really care about Barstool or the Barstool backstory or like anything. Like I didn't care to know about it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like I knew Big Cat, PFT, Hank at the time. It was Liam, and that was it. Yeah, it was
Bubba, you're talking about?
yeah, Bubba. It was PMT and done. And then
What was your first thing off PMT? I'm sure you're about to say that, but like the first thing, like Barstool that you started liking after PMT.
it was just their different. Off of PMT. Yeah. So yeah. So what happened was it was the yak. To answer your question, it was the yak.
Love it.
But the reason is so I had moved, right? I did the Navy thing. I moved around a lot as a kid. I did the Navy, and then I come out of the Navy. I was like running bars. I worked in sports production for BCSN, Buckeye Cable Sports Network. So I learned the ins and outs of productions. My dream was always to talk sports, right? But in more of a realistic way, to where like people can like relate to it, because like like I said, people get tired of the Stephen A's, Max Kellerman's, Tony Kornheiser. You get tired of the same takes from different people. And the thing about Barstool Sports that really struck me in PMT specifically was like they give an original take, and then they'll also be funny about it. Like I love that shit, man. Like let's joke around, let's talk ball, and then fucking tap each other in the nuts.
It's not even
dumb shit like that.
It's not joking around. It's like joking around like we would want to joke around, because the people at ESPN, they joke around, sure, but it's like stupid lame ass dad stuff that I do with my kids.
Sure.
This is like Barstool, where it's like,
corporate.
Hey, let's joke around about this dead fish that we make gamble and stuff. Like that shit's fucking funny, Like,
oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So and then until I do my whole like job thing around here in this area in Toledo, and then I went and visited my grandpa. And he had a job offer. He said, hey, you can make sales. You can start your own business in Missouri, whatever. So I go and do that. And that job had a lot of road time. I was driving a lot. There was a lot of things to do. I'm sorry, not a lot of things to do. A lot of time to kill, like on the road. And I get tired of music. Music's the same too. It's the same shit. Like I said with ESPN, it gets redundant. It's all the same shit. You hear the same 4 chords, and I'm done with those songs. So I'm a big podcast guy on the road. So 3 hours, fucking, I can listen to PMT. But then what else? So then I start looking into different Barstool shit. So I get into the yak. I realize that like that's awesome. I hate to say this, so I'm gonna pause myself before I say it. But I fell in love with Nick and KB. I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
Pause.
Like, yeah, right. Yeah. Those guys were so fucking like their comedic timing was insane. It blew my mind. I was like, these guys got a show together. Holy shit. Let me check that out. And then I get into Anus, pause again. But no, I mean, it struck a chord of originality, and like they're still talking about ball sometimes, or they're talking about Anus the other times. Like these guys, they have an originality, a factor that really attracted me to the brand of Barstool, and it made me start to get into it. And then I got more active on social media, and then I'm like, hold on, you can follow these guys and like tweet at them, and like they might respond to you. Like,
yep, that's why I started.
Right,
yep.
Yeah. So I become a reply guy. I start replying to just dumb shit on Twitter, right? And then, like you said, Stoolie Wednesday pops up on my For You. So hop into Stoolie Wednesday, and I shoot the shit with you guys one night, and it's like, fuck, these guys are cool. Like I hopped in. I think I hopped into Stoolie Wednesday just to listen the first time, and this is after I had gotten into all the shows, and I was, like I said, I was doing my own business in Missouri, and like it fucking. I have one good friend ever. Like I'm 2. Shout out Travis. Travis, you're always there. We just don't talk, but we're always.
Is he funny?
Who, Travis?
No, he's not funny. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, Travis isn't that funny. Andrew's funny, and Andrew's 1-1. That's my best friend ever. But yeah, like when you do your own business and shit down there, and like a new state and shit, like you become lonely. So I became friends with these people on Twitter. but it started with that Stoolie Wednesday. It was like, it was like I just listened to the first one, and then the one that I got to talking, I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. And I had some good takes, clearly, because Neil DM'd me after that Stoolie Wednesday and said, hey man, like, you want to join this group chat? And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like, yeah.
Shout out me.
Yeah. Why shout out you? You said
Because I said this dude reminds me of me.
Oh, really?
Because you came in and you were just talking, acting like you were part of the group, and I felt like that's what I did, and I was like, "Fuck, dude,
Yeah, you
should
got to
invite this
fire off
kid."
your takes. I've always been that way. I've always been the guy that was like, I got shit to say, and I'm gonna say it, and then I'm done. And then it's like, really, it's like, all
Yeah,
right,
I mean, I feel like it was just it was just funny because I felt the exact same way you came in as how I came in. Like, you came in, no one knew who you were, but then you were just with us the whole night talking and shit, and then
yeah,
we end up.
and then
adding right away.
we started watching, we were watching what, dozen shows and shit, like
Dozen shows that together.
yeah, webcam, like they would release them and we'd watch them together. Like that shit. I know that shit sounds gay. So those that are watching, like, yeah, that shit sounds gay, but it's not that gay.
Dude,
it was a great time.
there were girls there.
When you're a guy starting his own business in Missouri and you got no fucking friends. My only friend was a 6'9" dude named Ted. You can look my Twitter up and find his ass, because that's how it worked. And like, yeah, there were like, we had a good group there that did that. And I was like, maybe I should write a Stoolie blog. So I wrote Life is a Stoolie. And then Neil reposted that, got like 60,000 views. I was like, fuck, maybe I can like do that, which is something I need to be better about. I need to write more, but I'm spending so much time like trying to produce the show. And like, I want to write more, but also I want to start a breakdown blog. I want to do shit like that. But the genesis of the fandom and the reason we love this company is just because the originality of it. And so that's why I think it's important for us to do an episode like this, to where like we're showing we have an original side. Sure, we meat ride, we glaze, we love Barstool. That's our thing. But we have to have some originality. So like those that are still like tuned in right now, like I appreciate you guys hearing our story. So like and subscribe one more time, because we don't say it enough. Like and subscribe one more time. We do all that shit, right? We all the Stoolie Wednesday bullshit, and then Frankie and I meet in Chicago, and we had a night. My mom came through, telling me, you and Cruz, we should all have a podcast. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, well, that was
in the van. He was like, I would listen to this right now. We were talking ball, I think, all three
I
of
would
us.
say I made up the whole podcast that we were gonna do. We had a whole series we were about to come out. That it was your mom was gonna come out with a podcast called "Shh, Don't Tell the Kids."
Don't tell the kids. Yep. Yeah.
And then we were coming out with the podcast that was called "Don't Tell Mom," and that was it, dude. We were about to run the show at fucking 4 a.m. in an Uber in Chicago.
Yeah.
God,
great. Yeah.
That
Awesome.
was quite the night. But again, that was this all like I don't like say it enough. I feel like, because he has a fucking head the size of like a balloon. But Neil fucking was the one that told me Stoolie Wednesday should be a podcast. He's been saying that since before I even met you.
Sure. Yeah,
And I
Neil
was like, you're right. It should be. Why don't you do that? You should do that. You should do that. Then finally, me and you get to meeting, and we're like, let's fucking do it. Like, Neil's
we're a couple
busy.
guys that
You know what I
finally said,
mean?
"Fuck
Like,
it, let's go." Yeah, Neil's busy. He's 13 hours a day on his thing. He's still bragging about in the Stoolie thing. Neil, I swear to God, I sent you those screenshots that said I had 13 hours and 49 minutes, and you were like 12:30 that day. So don't try to put me on blast in the group chat. But no, Neil was now we're back
catalyst.
to the blazing thing. Yeah, he was the catalyst. He was the idea man. Neil is something he doesn't get credit for, because no one will ever say it. But people like you, people like me, people like we see on the rise, like Joe Sauce, like Stoolies who are doing these editing and stuff. Like Neil is always the first in the DMs, like, hey, keep doing this. Like, this is good.
Right.
Like, and that's uncommon for someone who's already in his position. Like, he got hired, bro. You got hired. You got what you wanted. But he's still out there trying to reach out to new Stoolies and people that are getting more into it. Like, that's cool. And that it makes me sad about the death of Stoolie Wednesday. We got to bring Stoolie Wednesday back.
I know. And I almost feel like that's the other thing. I did apologize when Neil had first said it, because I said I feel like this show might have ruined it. But
yeah,
this show really isn't Stoolie Wednesday. Stoolie
Well,
Wednesday
no,
was
it,
like,
it wasn't first. It wasn't first. We could say that.
yeah,
It wasn't
for
first.
sure.
Now it's become
No
an
one gave a
interview
fuck
show.
then.
It's become an interview show, but it's because of what we created in our segments, which we should probably get into soon. But no, dude, we're still running segments. I'm running segments. I'll do the fucking segments by myself if I
No,
have
we'll
to.
do them right now.
Running segments. People don't know what our fucking segments are anymore.
Do they need
Because
to?
we're an interview show now. We're an interview show, and it's insane because we started as two stoolies, bro. We were Barstool Breakdown. We were breaking down Barstool. Now
Yeah,
all
dude,
we do is
adapt.
interview guys about how they get into it. But that's awesome.
Right, we
That's awesome.
break
That's how
down
we've
the
leveled up.
Barstool
That's how we leveled
employees.
up. It's great. I'm so glad we're getting into this. All of it stays. But we have to start letting the people know we are original. We had an original concept to begin with. So stop fucking hating on us.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Nobody's
fuck
hating.
that. Fuck that. That's my story. We heard yours. Let's go ahead and throw it to the Barstool Beast of the Week.
I'm the best in the office. I am the best one here. Fight.
All right, so I made the Beast of the Week just a simple, almost like he's my favorite guy at Barstool. So whenever he does anything remotely good, he wins for me. So it's Clicky. He had double Boy Story episodes, which I mean, those 4 could come out with a podcast, and I would listen to it every second of every day.
I wish.
Holy
they'd
shit, I love those
man.
4.
I wish they.
I mean, I miss Roan so much. I miss Sass so much too. Like, it's crazy how much I miss both of them. I remember in the beginning being like, Sass is like coming into his own now. Like, he's starting to get better. By the end of it, dude, I didn't even realize how amazing he was and how like perfect he was for that show. Because when he's in there now, it is like, he's hilarious, dude. His laugh itself is just so funny. But Clicky's the Beast of the Week for me because he could have won in Roof Ball. I think he also just did like kind of like a beast mode thing at the end there when Francis did the I'm going to throw it over the fence and say, fuck it, try and tie me. He got the around. All he had to do was catch the ball, and he just walked away, took second place. I thought that was fucking gangster as hell.
If you go over and Nick gets an 11, you tie and you have a throw off, will you be a legend? And go for it.
I'll throw it over.
Go for it.
Oh my! He's doing it. He did it. He did it.
Oh,
Trying to go for it.
but now Nick has to get an 11.
Okay, so we have Francis with 79, Nick with 68. If he gets the around here and he gets the catch, we have a tie game. We go to a throw off.
Why'd you do that?
To make it interesting.
To make it interesting.
But now Nick, hey, no pressure.
No.
Oh boy. That's a good throw. It's a good throw.
It's a
What?
great
Oh,
throw.
no, what did he do? He's walking off.
Not going for the catch.
What is happening? Oh my God. We didn't see that wrinkle.
That was one of the most baller moves we've ever seen in Roof Ball. And folks, Francis Ellis wins it all.
So Nicky Clicky, Beast of the Week.
No, absolutely. I mean, you forgot to mention, the Roof Ball where, he got the around and walked off. You did just mention that. I'm an idiot.
Grab another one, baby.
Fucking cheers, bro. Mountains are blue, baby. It's a Boozy breakdown. If you're just tuning in,
Look, up is invisible.
All right. My Barstool Beast. It was a great beast, man. Nicky Clicky's the man. For some reason, it's Dana Beers. All right, so Dana Beers is my Barstool Beast of the Week because I don't think people are giving that guy enough credit for the content he's putting out. Like the shit with Francis that he's doing, the education lessons, and then and then he's going around with Eddie, or Nikki Smokes is with Eddie and him, and like he's doing this Bachelor series as well. Like I just DM'd him today. I was like, Dana, brother, just caught up on all your shit. Like I love it. Like I love everything that Dana's.
I thought you were going to talk about his dozen, dude, because he's been a fucking beast.
Also,
in the dozen.
He should be the MVP in the dozen. You guys listening to this right now, go vote Dana. Oh, I saw the head nod.
Yeah, dude, it's GB, dog. That's my boy.
Glenny Boss.
Oh yeah,
Glenny is the man. You're right. You're right.
ballsy, dude.
Honestly,
10
yeah.
points a game, bro.
I rescind. You know what? I rescind my sucking off of Dana, and I'll suck Glenny too because you like
Most
Glenny.
improved. I give to Dana.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, most improved team is the Boost Ponies though. So like you can give it to any of them besides Will. Will's not gonna get captain of the year. It should be BC or DP.
Any of them except for Will. So just Dana.
Right. No, Dana is my most improved player. He's my he's my beast of the week because the content that guy's putting out, like a lot of people shit on New York for not putting out good content, but I mean Smokes, like I was getting excited because Smokes put out like a smoke show when all that shit was going down, and I watched it. It was good. Montana Boys, great episode. But DB's been on his shit, and then like this New York basketball documentary is going to be fire too. So make sure you check that out. But Dana Beers, and then he just did what's Billy's new podcast? Audio Crack. He just did Audio Crack with Billy and drank like fucking a case. So he's a beast. Danny Beers is a monster. He's my beast of the week. So,
well, that moves right into the least of the week.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
All right. So we're talking about L's. So my least of the week is Jake Malasek.
Oh yeah, he's had a rough one. Fuck, I forgot about him.
Damn, boy,
bro.
That's got to be unanimous.
He tweeted
right?
that out tonight. He said, "I've had a rough week."
Yeah, I mean, just Slobgate. Like when Paige is yelling at you, dude, or even just giving you a little talking to. You've been a slob, dude. She's not going to just say that right away. And she said that multiple people said it. So, that's our guy.
Too. We had her on the show, friend of the program. Paige is awesome. I believe Paige is right. Jake, get your shit together.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. If she's saying it, that means shit's going on.
Yeah.
And what's Osmo thinking of all this shit? You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I think he's groping Osmo probably.
Right. I mean, they can't be happy with all the shit all over the floor, though. It's just like, what's happening here?
Yeah, what the fuck? He's probably treating his apartment like a litter box.
Not even just that, though. I mean, the Slobgate was tough, but what I actually had him as the least of the week for was because he was about to get $100 for every save that he did on Jack McCarthy. What? He didn't get any.
One.
He didn't get any. Jack missed the net. That's not a fucking save. That's a missed net. Save, you have to touch the ball.
Nick said 100. Nick said 100.
But that was Nick. That's not Big Cat. I love how Nick just gives away Big Cat's money, by the way. He's like, $100, whatever. And Big Cat's like, you did it again, huh? And he's like, oh, I'll give 200 of that, whatever. Meanwhile, dude didn't even make 200. I mean, that was 50. So brutal. I think, didn't Megan make it on her first shot too? And then Jack,
he's had a rough weekend and goal. We got to talk to Jake. Let's reach out. You and I should reach out to Jake. We should do a breakdown as like a therapy session because something's wrong with Jake Malasek. My least of the week is that intern.
Oh, the
guy that
had to do the Travis for the boy video.
Yeah, the bad impression, bro. He was on Viva TV and everything. He was that kid. What's wrong with you?
Publicity, dude. He's getting mass publicity.
I know, but like, imagine I feel like shit reaching out for like a tour.
Yeah,
like I feel like shit asking Connor Mook, who also like Mook, we got to work on your yak chat. I should cut that. No, fuck it. Mook, I'm sorry, I love you, brother, but I reached out to Mook for an in-person interview. Like that shit is sketchy for us to do, but this intern's asking to do the gauntlet day one.
Yeah, I mean,
no, fuck that kid. Least of the week. Like you're overstepping, brother. You're there as a college intern. You're there to show your value, show your worth. How can you add to this company? You saved yourself with the Florida running back story. That's incredible. That's good. Kudos to you. You're trying out for running back with no sports experience. It's awesome.
Dude,
but then he fucked up again. He fucked up again though.
I just don't even I think it's funny, but like they thought that was like the fact that they were like, oh, dude, it's all good now. That's great. That's hilarious. Like I was just like, no, he's fucking weird. Which I guess that's what Barstool is. It's just a bunch of weirdos that
which is probably why he'll fit because his bounce back was that the day in the life was a good one. But I guess that's my least. Fuck it. I hate the shit in an intern. Maybe I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm projecting. I apologize.
All right, well, that'll bring us to our next segment. Let's get into the Barstool beef of the week.
Fuck you! Well, fuck you too. Oh, my God. What? Brandon, what?
My Barstool beef of the week is Dana Beers and Coleman, because they seem like they're gonna fight each other in the paint when they play. So
I hope so.
Kirk Minahan show has this incredibly bad basketball team with Coleman, Gus. Kirk is good. Kirk will get buckets, but like no one wants to actually guard Kirk because he looks too old to dribble a basketball. So they're surprised when he does. I would cook Kirk Minahan in basketball. Just let that be known. I will cross his fucking ankles up. I will cook him, leave him in the dirt. Fucking rip Kirk is what they'll say if you see me in one-on-one Kirk Minahan. But I'll prove that with the tape I'll put out. Coleman talking his shit. Also, Coleman, I would cook you, bro. The beef of the week is Dana and Coleman because Dana's decent at basketball. Coleman, you suck. You blocked your own teammate. And on a drive in the paint, bro, you're bad at basketball.
And he pulled his hamstring running a down
bro.
and back.
Yeah, bro, when he runs, like the earth is staying stop. Like, and Dana, I mean, I respect Dana on the court. Dana's got some post moves. Dana's a big dude. I probably couldn't hold him in the post. I think I would splash a 3 in Dana's face. I could probably take him one-on-one. Anyways, that's the beef of the week is Dana versus Coleman, because it shouldn't be a beef. Coleman, you can't compare, bro. Dana's way better than you. I'm team Dana Beers this week. And it's a one-sided beef.
Yeah, I was gonna say Coleman's cheeks and Dana's actually good at basketball. So this is
right,
non-starter here.
Dana's a solid player. I would love to have Dana on my team. Coleman, no, you wouldn't. No. Coleman's like kid that's like, fuck, I gotta pick him. Coleman's last in the draft on the court. You know what I mean? Like he can play, but I don't want him on my team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, it's a one-sided beef to me. But my beef, I'll move over to a different sport. It's I guess kind of a strange beef when you put it this way, but it's Trent versus Breaking 90. Because that has been going on for so goddamn long, that it felt like it's been a beef at this point, and he did it. Shout out Trent Daddy. Shout out Trent Daddy that literally said that specifically. Trent Daddy did it on TaylorMade, sent out a tweet with him with a cigar in his mouth, holding up the little like thing that said like, broke 90, signed his name and shit. I mean, just incredible. Shout out Trent for that. He could have been a beast of the week, honestly, for that, but it did take a while. So
yeah, shout out Trent. Shout out Foreplay, bro. The content that they put out is consistently amazing. Frankie Borelli trying to break par from the front tees, like all the stuff they do, like with the stuff they did with Good, all that, like honestly, we don't talk about Foreplay enough because they're that big of a brand, but like Foreplay is fucking phenomenal. And like I'm gonna go to bed and watch a Foreplay video probably.
Yeah, well, that's the point. We're not golfers. We don't golf, but we'll still watch some of those videos, which is pretty impressive, honestly, when you think about it, because people don't really just watch golf videos, really, honestly.
Frankie, I'm not sure you're aware. I shot a 58 the other day. So
well, yeah, but you're not a golfer.
Yeah, through 9.
Oh, I was gonna say in mini golf, but I didn't want to be an asshole.
What do we got left? Yeah, that's a rude comment that you just made. So speaking of rude comments and comments in general, let's throw it to the comment of the week.
Vacation mode. Kite. I'm flying a kite right now. Let's go.
It is a comment from our close personal friend Stooly Memes, who I don't know his name, but Stooly Memes. Where is it? There it is. So Jersey Jerry posted a screenshot saying, "Chaos will happen soon. Protect yourself and your family. Trust me. When I know more, I will share with you." Jersey Jerry says right back, "Please, we need to talk in person." Anonymous source says, "Yes. Let me gather more intel. Won't be long. Promise." Stooly Memes replies, and immediately I screenshotted it. Like I'm talking about, I screenshotted it when I had 31 likes the day of. He said, "How did your guy know so far in advance that Caitlin Clark would face this much criticism and adversity from all the current WNBA players?" That's such a fire tweet. Also, shout out Stooley Me. He's been on such a fucking roll recently.
Oh, he's been on a heater, dude, for like
Dude,
months, dude. It's
He's been
crazy.
fucking killing it. That guy. Fuck, how do we hire him?
They think it's a Barstool
Stooley
account,
memes,
dude.
Stooley
You
memes,
saw
Stooley
even
memes. Hey, Frankie, shut up. Stooley memes. I'm sure you have a good name. I've seen. Remember that time Twitter circles were a thing? I was in there and I saw your real face. If you want to make memes for Barstool Breakdown, open invite. Frankie, do you disagree?
no, like I was saying, people think he works for Barstool. Fucking Fugman thought he was a Barstool account. So
Right? Yeah.
goddamn, dude, he should be working for Barstool.
I'll give you the fucking account login tomorrow. Okay? Memes? Hey, we could have our own memes. Imagine. All right. Open invite. All right, open invite. But yeah, that's
Breakdown
my
memes.
yeah, exactly. That's my comment / reply of the week. Frankie, what you got?
My comment, way better. Best one of the week. Shout out Mikey Betts. Absolutely fucking perfect.
Oh, I know.
Perfect reply. Mincy's tweet that says, just like Popeye and his spinach, and he tweeted out the picture of him like, and with his lifetime, fitness treadmill. And then Mikey Betts just tweeted out the picture of his face with the doors from where Jack Nicholson
Yeah, he's the man.
says, here's Johnny, and it's here's Mincy, and it's that face with the doors. You got to throw it on the screen. It is. I laughed for so long during that.
No, Mikey.
It didn't get enough love either. It only had like 3 retweets, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed those segments. Those of you that haven't heard them before, hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I said, those of you that already knew our segments, we appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, drop a comment, get us in the algorithm. We appreciate all you guys listening. It was a great episode for us. I know it was just us talking, so I hope you guys support us like you've been supporting us. But yeah, that's it.
No, yeah, you said it right there, Frankie. We appreciate all the new love and new fandom that we've accomplished through our, a little self-suck through hard work. I mean, this is hard work, and we appreciate you guys hanging around with us and stick around with the breakdown, because I'll tell you what, Frankie, I'll tell you what, it's always good to be on the breakdown.
Absolutely.
Viva!
It's the Barstool Breakdown. Go ahead and give it to me. Breakdown. Let's listen to those guys. Breakdown. What's happening at Barstool this week?